fortune smiles upon me. Just the person I needed to see. Hold a moment before you continue towards Shell-Tide Village. I could use your help with a complicated matter, mercenary. I hope to recruit Tideborn warriors from the village to aid in the Stirk Fellowship's offensive against the Worm Cult. However, they're mired in their own struggles with the cult and a necrotic taint that threatens the village's egg hatcheries. Tide Reader Suhoth promises the aid of the Tideborn tribes if I can root out the Worm Cult's corruption and assist in a ceremony to cleanse the tides. Will you help me save their birthing pools, mercenary? The Fellowship pays well for assistance. We must introduce you to Tide Reader Suhoth. He will have more to share about the tasks ahead. Meet me in his hut at the center of the village. And be aware, Shell-Tide is the heart of Tideborn trade and culture. Try not to anger them. As I said, I'm here with the Stirk Fellowship. My primary mission is to recruit locals to help deal with the threat of the Worm Cult. I decided to start with the Tideborn Argonians of Shell-Tide Village when I learned of the problems facing them. The Tideborn, or Ista Ahwak, are Argonians native to the island of Solstice. Their customs differ from what you may have seen on the mainland. For instance, many of these Argonians no longer hear the Hist song and, as such, have found new beliefs. Many Argonians believe that, in death, their memories are sorted by the river. Some are retained by the Hist, and others discarded. The Tideborn believe that these lost memories are returned to Nirn by the tide, and are reborn here on Solstice. Some villagers believe so. They consider it a second chance, another opportunity to mature into their destined scales. I am curious, of course, and wish to learn more. But for now, I am withholding judgment. Perhaps you are familiar with the terms Treeminder or Sap Speaker? These are important roles within any Argonian tribe whose Hist still sings. Tide Reader Suhoth fulfills this role for the Tideborn, an interpreter of the tide and its bounty.
Why do our waters run foul?
Is this the mercenary you spoke of, Eggkin?
Yes, Tide Reader. I consider them worthy of the task ahead.
You are welcome, Ojel, but allow me to cut straight to the pearl. The presence of these cultists threatens the Tideborn. Tribes from across the island bring their eggs here to mature in our holy waters, but those waters have become tainted, unclean. Yes, that is correct. A ritual I hope will both lift up the next generation of Tideborn warriors and dispel the necrotic taint on our waters, all in time to aid your cause. How familiar are you with the Chukase tradition? a rite of passage for young eggkin to prove themselves to their community and to the tide. Completing the ritual should elevate our young and clear the waters. But the ritual path has become too dangerous. I was forced to pause the tradition. Until your arrival, yes, Ojel. Outsider, I ask that you aid our young warriors by clearing cultists from the ritual path so the Chukase can be completed. Seek out the brothers Senek and Talali Has. Help them perform the rite, and we will help you. Senek Has will be at the training grounds northeast of my hut. Talali Has is tending to the hatchery pools east of here, beyond the village walls. Tell them to begin their Chukase and accompany them to the entrance of our burial grounds. That is where the ritual path begins, and where the worm cult is most active. We first thought they were pirates, but they cut us off from our burial grounds. Now we hear the sound of shovels turning earth and the mournful wails of the risen dead. So it seems, they use our own dead against us, and even our most powerful warriors grow weaker as their vile magic seeps deeper into our land. It kills our crops, spoils our waters, corrupts our eggs. We rely on the water brought by the tide to nurture our eggs, to deliver memories discarded into the great river and instill them in new homes. But now, the tainted waters weaken the shells and kill the unborn young, causing the memories to fade. Your tail twitches like a young one, Keshu. You have questions, yes?
I'd like to hear more.
Take that. And that. Taste the salt of my blade. Has my fighting prowess caught your attention, outsider? Huh. Well, do try to keep your distance, lest I cleave you in two. Has that old lizard finally accepted what I've known all along? That these cultists must be dealt with swiftly before we lose any more young? Join me in battle, Ojel. I will heartily welcome your blade. My scales shimmer at the news. While I wish it were me taking down the cultists, I'll accept finally being recognized as a full-fledged warrior. Perhaps the Tide Reader has sense left in him after all. When shall we begin? Tlali will certainly erect the spine of surprise when he hears of this. Our scales have itched for the opportunity to prove our worthiness and push back the cultists. I will meet you at the start of the ritual path, outsider.
Another clutch lost to the necrotic taint. Rest, Aitkin. Your time will come. I promise.
Still your waters, Talali. An outsider approaches.
Forgive me, outsider. I fear I was wandering the reeds of anxious thought. Losing a clutch is heartbreaking, let alone the loss of so many. Curse these limp-fin cultists. Do you have need of me? The Tide Reader sends an outsider to find me? And here I thought I'd seen all the Tide could offer. Have you come to help with the poison tides? Our young wither and die before their eggs even crack. I erect the spine of intrigue. Although, who am I to look a gift guar in the mouth? I suppose we are to meet at the entrance to the burial grounds? Of course. Allow me to mark your map. It is a great honor you have been given. Our chukase is a traditional rite, to be sure, but it is also an opportunity to cleanse the tides. There may be hope for our eggs yet.
Once I speak with my companion, we shall begin the first trial. A cleansing of your ancestral burial grounds.
Waxhuthi, these are not my ancestors.
Do not let the excitement of these young ones distract you from our goal, mercenary. We must help the brothers complete their ritual and cleanse the waters so that I can secure the aid of the Tideborn against the greater worm cult menace. Help them complete their chukase. The first trial in the rite honors the village's past. The brothers must visit the resting places of 4 Tideborn ancestors. We must ensure their safety while they pay their respects. Do not become complacent. The worm cult defiles this burial ground. We will need to contend with them, protect the brothers, and try to ascertain exactly what the cultists are up to here. And remember, as much as the brothers may wish to help you, that is not their place in this. Once you deem a site safe to approach, signal to them and they will begin their prayer. Fennec, Talali, honor your ancestors. I will meet you northeast of here near the
The day will be ours!
Elders, your tide recedes, but is not forgotten.
Ancestors, we remember and ask you to bless our sacred waters.
Ancestors, we praise the ripples of your passing.
Elders, let Itzteish guide you across the waves.
The source of the tide's power? Is that why they desecrate our dead?
This is a great area for harvesting. That's over with, I suppose.
The currents of the
Nobody ever
past
drowned in
flow
sweat.
ever into the future.
Ancestors, inspire us. Exhume our dead and leave them drying in the sun. They must pay.
let your power flow into our sacred waters.
Ancestors, hear our prayer. We will meet you at the cliffs, Ojel.
The worm cult presence here is more entrenched than I thought. They have embedded themselves under every palm and colossal shell. What of the Chukase? Were the brothers able to complete the first trial in the ritual? And not a scale out of place. Good work, mercenary. Next, we must facilitate their dream wallows. A type of dream given to them by the tide. We will need the root of a Fanic Gok plant from the ridgeline to the east. That is your next task. By questioning the dead, I don't like the sound of that. You will encounter a cultist camp I spotted on your way to gather the root. See if you can learn anything more there. I'll escort the brothers and meet you atop the islet beyond the camp. This way, mercenary. Bring the root to Talali when you're ready.
Did you find the plant we need, Ojel? Did you find a Fanic Gok root for the ritual? It is a necessary component for a dream wallow, and I'm unsure how we'd proceed without it. Perfect. The words mean fated sand in your language, though Keshu tells me they call it fated mud back on the mainland. The root allows us to glimpse our futures, to see what the tide has in store for us, and allow us to choose the right path. Yes, I heard tales of other dream wallows. Some were calm and pleasant, others were like waves crashing in a storm. There is a chance we come back changed, inspired, perhaps disillusioned. It is a test, after all. Speak with Keshu while I prepare. I shall prepare the dream wallow.
Let us have a word while Talali prepares the ritual drink. The cultist camp below. Were you able to find any information about their plans or what they want from the Tideborn? That's troublesome. It seems the Tide Reader's suspicions were correct. They're after a shrine hidden in the ocean's depths. The location of the third ritual site, in fact. Let us hope the cultists haven't found it yet. In due time, mercenary. First the burial grounds, next the dream wallow. Then the shrine. A dream wallow is no simple nap. Each brother will walk a stormy path and face their future. And you must enter the Dream Wallows with them. You must aid them in the Dream Wallow while I guard your unconscious bodies. Tide Reader Suhoth fears the taint that spoils the tides may also affect the Dream Wallows. Join them, but only intercede if it is completely necessary.
Apologies. I thought you knew. When you're ready, step forward. You'll accompany Senec Haas first.
You drift alone at sea, Senec Haas. Lost and afraid. No! I am not alone. I have my elders. Your ancestors are carrion for sea urchins, while you honor the tide and follow. I carry my ancestors with me, darkness. And Lolly gives me strength.
That's got it.
Fills the emptiness in my heart. Embrace the power these cultists offer. Pull you them back to the void. Is that possible? I've heard enough of this! It is time to silence you, for we have never needed the tribe. Their old ways only hold us back. Yuck! I am stuck! Ojel, you must be my blade. Look upon our potential. The power we could have if you would only reach out and take it.
That's it, partner. Give them everything you've got. Underestimating you was their last mistake.
I am indebted to you, Ojel. Go on to the next dream. I have much...
You honor salt and sand, but forget the great stone monuments that were raised as a testament to our power. The tide is fickle and whispers only half-truths. Return to stone. Embrace permanence. Could I lead them? Do I have the strength? What you lack in strength, you can make up for by bending the will of the dead. No! Not like this! Realka, lend me your strength.
Come and take us.
It's this shade so I can return to my brother. They rise at our command. You can rebuild what has been lost. You doom us then.
Paralyzed. Don't think. Move.
Thank
Life isn't
you.
a fairy tale.
Continue outside
Sometimes
the
villains
dream.
get what they deserve anyway.
I must purge this filth from me before I awake.
You're all awake. Good. Check on the brothers if you would, mercenary.
Forgive me for not standing. The Dream Wallow took a lot out of me. Still, I thank you, Ojel. I'm not sure I would have been able to pull myself from that dream without your assistance. It was not what I expected. The dead risen like the stone monoliths of the ancient Saxhleel. And me, their leader? I don't know how the cultists were able to spoil our dreams, but I will be forever grateful for your aid. I must be. Meet us right below these cliffs. There is an entrance to our sacred shrine, where Senec and I must present ourselves to the tide. Commit our scales to the Father of Change. Allow me a moment to gather myself, and I'll be ready.
Odiarli, I am relieved to see you awaken. That dream wallow, that nightmare. I am unsure if I would have been able to push back its darkness without you by my side. It felt wrong. Tlali believes it was the root, tainted just like our land and sacred waters. Still, it pierced my mind and showed me the black pearls of my own insecurity. That will take time to recover from. If anything, what happened in that dream proved the necessity of the next trial. It's Teish, Sithis, in all his infinite wisdom, will know how to best guide my hand and overcome this corruption. You are kind for listening, but now I must prepare.
The next trial starts at the shoreline below. Go on ahead. I want a moment with the Egg Brothers.
What do you think you'll make with that?